Welcome to the Thicc AF podcast, everyone.
Welcome back.
This is Emily.
And this is Sarah.
We are so excited to be here today with
each other. We have no guest.
No guest today.
I'm excited though.
We do have some updates to give to you for, what we've been doing since we've been off for, has it been 2 weeks?
No, only one, I think.
Just one. Well, no, this week too. And last week.
We dropped an episode last week.
Oh, snap. We did. Okay, cool. Just one week.
We got ahead of ourselves, and we never get ahead, so.
Yeah, guys.
Surprise to us.
You're welcome. So what have you been up to, Sarah?
Well, it has been a hot 2 weeks. I turned 35.
Woo woo!
I moved into my new apartment finally.
Yes, you did. And it's so cute.
Thanks. It's really all kind of put together now.
Did you have to move your shoes around? So I went and helped like you did. I knew she was going to because I was like, I don't know what she's going to do.
No, I didn't.
You didn't move your shoes around?
No, I had to put the third rack together and put those shoes on there.
Yeah.
But now I can close that closet door.
Yeah, I felt like I was trying to order them with like either the type of shoe / like winter summer, but then it got hard because I only had 2 shoe racks at the time, and then I was like,
now I have
you have so many shoes.
I have one whole sneaker rack, and I love that.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So cool. No, I did not change anything that you did. I just put the third one together.
Cool.
Yeah. So it was a little hectic, and now Christmas is over, so Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Belated.
And guess what? We have some great news.
Yes.
We have a couple of great news.
Yeah, we do.
Our friends Santana and Aaron, the ones that I introduced, we talked about them on the first episode with Mason. Santana and Aaron haven't been on the podcast yet.
Nope.
But they got engaged. Woo! And they are going to go to Vegas and get married. They're
so exciting.
Yeah, so exciting. They're doing like a little elopement.
Elopement.
Yeah, there you go. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe,
so when is that what you were?
Yeah, listen. So when my older brother Eric and his wife Robin got married, or they were engaged, they kept talking about like not having a wedding or something, and I was like really upset because I wanted to be in their wedding and I wanted to be there, and I said, oh my gosh, I was like, you guys can watermelon, but you can't elope. That's a whole funny joke thing, so whatever. Also, I got back from Decatur, where it's greater. I was back to work for the first day, and I was walking down the stairs and missed either 1 or 2 stairs. I'm not sure. It happened very fast, and it was very painful. But
she has injured herself.
I injured my ankle. It was bad. It was bad. I had to like crawl. I was outside of my condo. I was going down the stairs. I was bringing a box inside. And I couldn't see the stairs, and I don't know how it happened, but it popped, snap, crackle, pop, boom, and I screamed. Honestly, I don't know if I screamed any cuss words.
Was your neighbor home?
No, she wasn't, but she came. So I had called like a bunch of people, and then finally, Catherine came over, and my
Did she take you to the ER?
She took me to the urgent care. I went to urgent care instead of the ER, which honestly I should have just gone. Well, copay is less, and I'm not clogging up the ER.
Right.
But like, I'm pretty sure the ER wait would have been like less time than the urgent care because I waited there. Well, and they did the x-ray immediately. Like they took me back, did the x-ray, and then I sat up in the front for like 30 minutes, and then they put me in a room, and I sat there for like another hour and a half in the room by myself. And I could hear people coming out being like, hey, I've been waiting for 2 hours. I was like, great, I'm going to be here forever. And I was by myself. So Catherine took me, and she stayed in the car and like worked. And she said, she was like, I felt so bad because it was like, I think it was like 3:45 when it happened. And I had to call my boss and be like, I have to take the rest of the day off because I have to go to the emergency room because I'm pretty sure I broke my ankle.
Yeah.
It's not broken, everybody. It's not broken.
Well, you know why they do your x-ray immediately? It's before the swelling really hits, because if it's too swollen, they won't be able to tell if you've broken any bones.
Oh, really? So,
yes.
I mean, it had already started swelling.
Right.
But like that night, it got I couldn't sleep. And when I was sitting there, he came in and he was like, the girl asked me, she was like, well, how much pain? And so in my head, like at the time it happened and like right after, it was like a 15 pain out of 10. I thought I was going to die. And I was like, I immediately knew I had to go to the emergency room or somewhere because I was like, this is it's bad. But my other neighbor, Shelby, she is in medical school right now. And she sent me this Snapchat like a while back about the pain scale and like examples of the pain scale, and like a 4 was like your head gets cut off or something. And I was like, what? She was like, this is the worst pain scale. And so
that's so funny that you say that, because we have a game at home that's called Stuff Happens, and then they have one that's like worse that's called Shit Happens. But that's what it does. It gives you examples of like either scenarios or like painful situations,
Right.
and then it rates it from 0 to 100.
Oh.
And so you like pull a card or whatever, and
does everybody rate it?
Everybody rates what you
And
have
it's
in your hand.
different.
And then if they get it right, they get the card. And like the first person to collect 10.
So it has a rating on it already.
But you can rate in between like different cards. Like once you lay some cards down, you'll say this is your max number. I'm going to say it's between 85 and 94 or something like that. Yeah. It's wild, but it's crazy. Like some people will rate like not having internet for 2 months worse than they would having like a hangnail.
Well,
it's crazy.
I would definitely rate not having internet. Hangnail, no big deal. But yeah,
you know what I mean.
But yeah, so like everybody's pain is different. And so I just remember when she said from 1 to 10, what's your pain? And I was like, I mean, I was remembering Shelby's like pain scale thing. And I was like, I'm pretty sure a 5 is like your leg got cut off. And a 10 is like, you're dead. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Like, or like you're like got burned alive and
you survived.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny.
But no. And so I was like, well, I think it's like maybe like a 4, because I mean, I was in pain, but it wasn't bad because it had started, it got so numb. It's got so numb that like, and it was swelling so much that I like, honestly couldn't feel anything. So I was in the room and the guy came in. He actually knows. He was like, he said, you look kind of familiar. I was like, well, I work for the same place that you work for. And he was like, how do I know you? And I was like, well, I don't know. How do I know you? And he was like, well, I worked at all these other places. And I was like, well, I don't know. And he was like, yeah, it's smaller. He was like, maybe you've come in here before and I've seen you. And I was like, well, I've been here once, but it was a long time ago. And I don't think I didn't see you. And then later on, our friend Jessica, she was like, my friend so-and-so works there. And I was like, oh, that's who I saw. I was like, that's how I know him. I was like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So anyways, I know him. So that was kind of cool. But, he came in, he was like, what's the pain feeling like? And I was like, I mean, honestly, right now, I don't feel anything. It's like numb. The whole thing's numb. And, but it was really swollen. And he was like, yeah, it's really swollen. He kind of looked at it and he was like, the radiologist said it's not broken, but I'm going to look at it again because I mean,
do you have to go back?
Well, he set me up with orthopedic surgeon or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I've got an appointment on Tuesday. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm getting better. The swelling's going down. I have a boot and crutches.
I think you need to be diligent about not walking on it all the time, even though that is a walking boot.
Right.
And make sure you still elevate.
Yeah. I've been trying to do that. So, like,
I think people don't. I had the same thing happen to me but it was my left ankle, and this was like years ago, over 10 years ago. But people don't realize like even the feel of like sheets on top of your foot.
Oh my gosh!
Hurts.
Yes,
it's awful.
Yeah, no, like, and so I had a wrap first because they didn't have a boot when I went, so I had to go back the next day or yesterday. I went back yesterday to get the boot, so they wrapped it in like an ace bandage and gave me an extra one,
which ain't doing squat.
Well, it actually helped. The compression, it helped.
I mean, but not.
Then, when I went to bed, I was like, oh, I feel it's like so like halfway through the night, I would like rip it off and I'd be like, oh, but my dogs, I have all these dogs and I have stairs to get in and out of in any way you go, you have stairs to get.
There's no way for you to post up on one floor really unless you slept on the sofa for days.
Well, I did. I slept on the sofa until last night because I got the boot and it helped me walk. And so I got downstairs and I was finally like, I changed my sheets to my new sheets that I got for Christmas.
Nice.
Yeah. So I slept there last night and it was nice, but I don't know. I've got, it's probably just a really bad sprain. So that's my situation right now. Oh yeah. And then also my little brother, Daniel, and, his girlfriend, Elizabeth, who, we kind of almost killed at Thanksgiving. If you listen to the Thanksgiving episode.
Poor Elizabeth.
I know. Well,
who's our number one fan, by the way.
Right. She's the best. They're in Germany right now. They were on their way last night. And I suppose I guess they left yesterday. I don't know when they left, but he proposed to her on the airplane to Germany.
Yeah.
And they're engaged. Yay. Congratulations,
So
guys.
they are in Germany on fiancé.
Yeah. Almost new sister.
Yay.
I've never had a real sister except for, I only have two brothers. So when I got Robin, my sister-in-law, it was so nice to have like a girl, and then now I get to have Elizabeth as my other sister. But I mean, honestly, she's already been there, and we have the same initials, and isn't that weird?
Oh, I
So
didn't
like
know that.
if she, I don't know if she's gonna change her name, I'm assuming she might, but like honestly, if she doesn't, I don't blame her. Like
I've literally thought about not changing my name.
Yeah, like I cannot imagine
I'll put it on Facebook
having a different name.
But I can't. Well, also I don't want to be Sarah Wright whatever, because Sarah Wright whatever, like that's just weird. I would be Sarah Elizabeth whatever, but I don't know if I want to drop Wright.
Well, that's how my mom didn't hyphenate her or not hyphenate, but like she kept her middle name.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like that idea.
Yeah.
But, I like thinking about having a different last name is the weirdest thing.
For sure.
Yeah. I remember, so I went to DC.
I think it's probably because, like, we're both, well, you're almost 35, but, like, 35 whole years with this last name. I don't know if I want to give it up.
Well, but also, like, even when I was younger, I don't know. I could never imagine myself having a different last name. There are some people that like dream of that, and they'll be like, "Oh."
Do you want to know why I dreamed of it though? Because I 1000% did. Because I am a W. Okay, and W is at the end of the alphabet, and I was like, I want something. No, but I want something different. But now I'm like, I don't think so.
Is still at the end.
Listen, I already said that. I was like, you're not giving me much in this alphabet game, sir.
I mean, so C is actually really good. My last name starts with a C, so. You're not first, but you're like right after first. So
there was literally two people that graduated in my class after me that had the last name Young.
Oh.
So I literally had to sit there, which granted we only had like a hot 86, 89 people in my class. So not super long, but I mean, I had to wait. Yeah. There's only two people behind me.
It's so funny that they do it by like your last name and stuff. I guess they're trying to make it fair, but honestly, it's not really fair because some people, this is like a, what do we call it? This is a privilege, not a privilege. It's like last name privilege.
Oh.
like I'm privileged because my last name, I didn't choose my last name.
I mean, granted, you still would have to sit there the whole time, while other people walk or whatever. But I mean, I remember
you're done.
Yeah, but I remember going to Jerry's college graduation and like you just wrote your name on a card and then like walked up there and handed it to him. And that would be the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let these kids go whenever. Who cares?
Well, they do that, but I think they do it by, I can't remember how they lined us up. We had to get in certain lines, but like in that line, we just had to write our name on a card or whatever.
For high school even?
No, this is... no, high school, no.
Right,
I'm sure it was alphabetical. Yeah. Oh, no, it might have been, it's probably alphabetical. It should go by, like, your rank in the class, though, so everybody knows how stupid you are.
I would have graduated earlier in that line if we had gone by rank.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at you.
Listen, I was, like, in the first, like, 20th percentile or
I have no idea
like
what I would have. I mean, I'm sure I was up there.
I was 21st.
But I don't know what... Honestly,
I used to check that all the time.
Did you? How many people did you graduate with, though?
I just said 86 to 89, like a small number. So, I was in the top 25 percentile.
Well, that's good. I probably would have been in the top percentile if I had graduated with that many people, too. Anyway. Okay. So congratulations, Daniel and Elizabeth.
Yes.
Also, Santana and Aaron. We are so happy for you guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You got that FMK for us today?
I'm going to go with movies.
Okay.
And we're going to go with Days of Thunder.
I have never seen that. I have to Google it.
Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights, or Fast and Furious movies.
What is Days of Thunder? Okay, so hold on.
It's an old Tom Cruise movie.
Okay, so I've never seen that. So
it's excellent.
This is a hard one for me because I've never seen it, but I feel like it has Nicole Kidman in it, so I feel like I might like that one.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
Talladega Nights.
Okay, so marry Talladega Nights. Fuck Days of Thunder, which I don't know. I've never seen it, so but like kill the... What was the other one? It was
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious, for sure. Kill Kill it.
I can't.
Do
I
you
love those
you
movies.
like
They
the
were
Fast and
on
the
last
Furious?
night. Yes, I'm
Lord have
obsessed.
mercy. That's
Listen,
terrible.
Paul Walker, his death broke my freaking heart. Okay.
Oh my God.
I was like probably 30 when it happened, but I was so upset.
Oh my God.
So I am going to. I'm gonna fuck Fast and Furious. I'm gonna kill Talladega Nights. Nobody wants to be married to that garbage.
Oh, and I do. I'm marrying it because
I
it's so funny. Like
no,
it's really funny.
I'm gonna marry Days of Thunder.
But like those movies are not like first of all, I've never seen Days of Thunder. Talladega Nights is just a funny movie, and you can watch it all the time.
I do love it, but I love Fast and Furious way more.
Oh God, that is the weirdest thing. That is so weird to me. Like Sarah, Fast and Furious.
I don't even care.
Oh,
Leave me alone.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's do since it's like the holiday time.
Sure.
Christmas, Thanksgiving, and New Year's Eve.
Okay. Don't SOS, please don't hate me for this one, but I am marrying Thanksgiving, okay. I'm fucking New Year's, and I'm killing Christmas.
Really? Why?
Yeah. I think I associate, Thanksgiving, I love Thanksgiving foods. Casserole for life. Love it. You know how I feel about these casseroles up in here. I'm not a huge fan of Christmas. Like, I don't really like Christmas music. Like, I can get into the spirit for, like, a handful of days. But, like, I'm not going ham for, like, 25 days. Okay. And then I love New Year's because I like New Year's Day because I do Fat Snack Day with Melanie. And we have, like, big charcuterie boards. And we get drunk again. And it's just, like, super fun. So that's one of my favorite holidays ever because of that tradition. Right. So that's why I'm going with that. I don't know.
I said that one's a hard one for me too.
No hate on Baby Jesus or anything like that.
Well, no, nobody's saying anything about that. Yeah. No, I actually didn't even think about what I would do before we did this, so I'm kind of thinking about it.
Set me up.
I think I might. I don't know. I might marry Christmas. Fuck.
I feel like you're marrying Christmas just because you love to see people open the gifts that you give.
No, I don't. I hate.
I thought.
I'm not. I don't like opening presents in front of other people, and I don't like when people open their presents in front of me. Really? Yeah, like
I thought you were gonna be like so stoked to give the kids their gifts.
Oh, I did. I was. So that's different with the little kids. I meant. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was fun. But like also I don't like giving. I don't know. I'm just like I love it getting the gifts, but like I feel weird when I'm like opening them, and I'm like I don't want them. I don't want them to think I'm being fake, but I also. And like not always
have to react appropriately.
Yeah, reacting and like, oh my gosh, like even if it's something amazing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. But like some people I feel like think you need to be like jumping up and down.
What was your favorite gift that you got?
Well, I can't say because some people might get their feelings hurt. But of course I'm just going to tell you. I got some new AirPod Maxes and they're amazing. They're and Daniel and Elizabeth gave them to me. They're the best. I also got some jewelry from my parents it's like really good jewelry, some earrings and some bracelets. I love very them. Pretty. I got some sheets, stuff like that. So, so I'm going to marry Christmas because the reason I'm marrying Christmas is because usually for Christmas I take off a couple extra more days from work and I go home and it's more relaxing. I get to hang out. My whole family usually is there. We do Christmas Eve. Yeah. And then Christmas Day is usually pretty chill because all the kids nowadays it is because everybody's had kids. Yeah. And they go home for their Christmas for Santa Claus and stuff like that. So we kind of just chill out and whatever. And then, and my mom cooks really good food. She did really good food. She always does. But, I think I'm going to, honestly, I might so I said I'm marrying Christmas, killing New Year's Eve and fucking Thanksgiving, I guess. Or it might be the other way around. I think that Thanksgiving, I don't like that it's in the middle of the week. I wish that it could be on the weekend.
Do you not get Friday off?
Well, I do, but like I just don't like taking days off. Because I can take my time is like not like, oh, you have to take Friday off. It's just like I could work on Thanksgiving if I wanted to. Right. But I just would rather it be like on the weekend. But Christmas is not always on the weekend either. Right. So, but New Year's is different. So I feel like every year is something different. I like it. I think it's fun, but it's always like hard to find something fun to do because if you go out, it's packed everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to get reservations. It's really expensive, blah, 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 blah. But then you've got to have somebody that's willing to like open their home, which this year, thank goodness, Rose and DJ are opening their house to us to come over and have a party.
I know. I'm kind of having a little bit of FOMO, but I'm really excited for my New Year's plans.
I'm like FOMO, but like for you because I want you to be there.
I know. I want to be there, but I mean, I have been doing New Year's with Melanie for several years now, and we're actually meeting up with our friend Kelly, who also lives in Huntsville, and we're going to we got reservations for a 4-course with wine pairing dinner. So
that sounds delicious.
Yeah, and the menu is fantastic. So
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, we're gonna have a low-key night after dinner or whatever, but
well, I also feel like New Year's is like, you know, at midnight everybody like kisses, and it's like always usually really awkward for me. Because I haven't had anybody to like kiss on New Year's for a very long time. And
I haven't either.
And it's not that I
mean, I have someone now, but I'm not going to be with them.
Yeah, but like also you'll be with Melanie and like Kelly, so
yeah,
it won't be weird. But like it's always like me standing there around like 400 people, and like I can't even turn and be like, "Woo, Happy New Year's" to anybody because they're all making out with their. So this year Brandon's gonna be there. I'm gonna be like, "What up, Brandon? Let's high five."
That's fair.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, I was gonna send him a thing, and I'll be like,
and Mason.
Oh, Mason's gonna be there too. Yay! We'll have a little group hug.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Moving on. So tell me about your Christmas. What all did you do? Who'd you see? Did you go somewhere?
Well, we did things a little bit different this year because the weather was just cold, and you know my dad has animals and stuff like that. So Thomas and Jerry came up. My older cousin Amanda, who lives in Texas, comes before Christmas because she runs a barn at her house, and so she likes to give her staff off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So they always come before so they can hang out, and I took the whole week off because that was the week after I moved. So I wanted to be able to, you know, sporadically make progress at home, you know, with the move-in, and then also be able to go back and forth to what we call the farm, which is my grandmother's house in Pell City.
You said back and forth, like
back and forth?
Back and forth, like back and forth, like you're from you're speaking like Gaelic or something. I don't know. Back and forth, Scottish or I don't know what accent that is. One of those.
I don't know. Anyway,
I like it. So funny.
So I mean, did that throughout the week, and I don't know, we had a meal out there on Christmas Eve, but then Jerry and Thomas and I stayed back on Christmas Day and hung out with the dogs, and my dad.
Tell us who Thomas is.
Jerry's boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. And so we just hung out all day. I mean, throughout the week, a couple times we went to my house and like watched a movie and just kind of hung out. And I mean, Jerry hadn't seen my apartment yet either, so
cool.
Yeah. Jerry helped me move my guest bedroom around because my favorite gift that I got for Christmas is
what is it?
You don't know about this?
No.
I got a new desk for work, and
oh, cool!
A stand-up, sit-down desk, electronic stand-up, sit-down.
Electronic too.
Yes,
You don't even have to like.
No, I can push a button and it goes up. And I was only home for like a half a day to use it before I had to start house sitting for my dad and Connie. So I haven't put it fully to use yet, but Brandon helped me put it together. And
does the whole thing lift up? Oh, that's not. And how big you think? Like
55 inches long, 24.
Oh, that's huge.
Feet deep. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Or 24 feet, 24 inches. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's super. Listen, I sent him. I didn't know if I was gonna get it or not, and I sent him a link, and I was like, "This is what I would really like for Christmas," because a lot of times we don't send lists; they'll just give us cash, and I was like, "This is like what I really want," and so I was hoping for it, and so Connie was cute, and she put it in a little mason jar, this note in a little mason jar, and then, you know, wrapped the mason jar up and some like, you know, shiny crinkle paper or whatever, and it said, "Go look in the dog room." So I knew that I got the desk at that point. I like hauled it back out of there. My dad's like, "How'd you carry that thing by yourself?" I was like, "I don't know, I just dragged it, like whatever." And I was like, "Thank you guys so much." And Connie goes, "Jerry said you didn't know if you were getting it." And I was like, "Well, I didn't."
Well, you don't. You never know.
I was like, "I didn't want to know." Connie was like, "It has been sitting in the kitchen with a blanket over it for like 2 weeks."
That's so funny.
So like I saw the box sitting there, but I didn't look at it. I didn't
Right.
remove the, because I didn't want to know. I mean, I was hoping that's what it was, but I didn't want to know. I wasn't going to ruin it for myself. Why would I do that?
I don't know. I feel like my mom always ruins my presents because she'll be like, oh, by the way, I got you this, and it came in, and I don't know about it. Like, I think that you might not like it.
My mom does the same
And I'm like,
thing.
why are you telling me? Just let me decide when you give it.
This is the first year that my mom has not, like, seen the presents before they come to me, because I, got a king-size bed, and so I needed all the fixings for it. I needed a down comforter, I needed a duvet, I needed sheets, I needed curtains, I wanted this blanket to go on the bed, and she just got everything on Amazon. I sent her the links for it, and she sent it straight to me. So this is the first time that she's not, like, she's gotten a list for real,
right,
and not bought sort of, like, random things that I don't know about, that she's unsure if I'm going to like. Yeah, I mean, Melanie...
Did she like it, or was she like...
Oh, no, she liked it, yeah. When I first got everything put together, they were having a really bad snowstorm, and their internet was being wacky, and so FaceTime wouldn't work. But I finally got to FaceTime her, and I showed her the apartment, and she saw everything, and she loves it.
Did you ever get your headboard fixed? So Sarah's headboard,
no, it's still rigged up the same way we did it.
Came in new, and one of the screws
it's
doesn't
only one
go
out
through.
Of the 4. I don't understand it.
And so I tried helping her fix it, but it's like you can't get it in there. We're gonna have to drill a hole in there.
Listen,
or send it back.
I don't even. No, I'm not. I don't care. I'm not sleeping on the floor.
You should send them a picture and be like, "I've already set this up. You should give me a discount."
Listen, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not doing it. It's too much work. I'm not sleeping on the floor. No.
That's good, but what happens if it breaks?
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that's you.
I can't let it bother me right now.
That's true.
I got too much shit going on.
Yeah.
I've been out at my parents' house since Tuesday, shoveling horse shit, taking care of dogs, and I can't think about this bed right now. I just need to let New Year's happen, and then I'll think about those things.
Yes. So your favorite gift was your
my desk.
Your desk.
Yeah.
But tell us what your sister got you.
I know. Okay, also I'm in here looking at what I got you for Christmas.
It's a little bit crooked on there. I gotta fix it.
On.
Oh, it's the button's behind you. You have to reach over there, and will you press it? Because we're definitely live. We're gonna have some noises in the background. Yeah, switch this way, or that way, whichever way. There's a little button on the ground, with the thing. You need to probably put it over here. Yeah, switch it this way. There you go. Yay. Oh, what is it? Tell us. Oh, shoot. We're dropping stuff. We're dropping stuff, folks.
My ass be knocking stuff over.
Oh, snap. Okay, so Sarah, describe what you got me for Christmas, because it's beautiful. Oh,
no, crap, the color.
We should turn the lights off in here. Alexa, turn the... Oh, she's not on in here. Oh, turn the office lights off. Alexa, turn the office lights off. My whole house is Alexa driven.
Okay, so I got Emily 2 podcast related gifts for Christmas. I found this sign that is a circle, and it says live in the middle, and the circle is blue, and the live is
neon
pink.
Sign.
Yeah, a neon sign. So I got
up.
that because it matches our color scheme.
Yeah, that's so cute. I'm going to turn the lights off in here in a second. Oh, and she got me...
And then I got her a coffee cup that says, "Be careful or you'll end up in my podcast," which is true.
Definitely.
So beware, everybody.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yay, that's so cute. It's a little... I need to fix it because I put it up there and I was like, I'm not fixing it.
It looks great, though. We need to take a picture of it and put it on our Instagram.
It's very cute. Okay, so yeah, we talked about Christmas presents. Oh, wait, no, you didn't tell us what Jerry got you.
Oh, yes, that's why we started this. My sister got me this beautiful black crew neck sweatshirt with our Thicc AF logo on it. She got it printed on there, and it looks amazing.
So cute. It's so cute. Oh, look at that. We turn the lights off. It's so nice and bright. Ooh, I'm going to turn some back on, though.
That's so funny. I love it. It looks great.
It's very cute. Yeah, that sweatshirt was really cute. That was a good idea.
It was such a good idea.
Oh, Daniel and Elizabeth got me a microphone Christmas ornament, but then Eric and Robin got me this little girl, and she's got a cell phone in her hand, and she's touching it like this or something, but they put Thicc AF on it, and
cute.
Emily, and then 2022, because they always when I graduated with my master's, they got me a Christmas ornament for that, and they, anytime I have something like
an
that,
accomplishment.
It's so sweet.
That's so awesome.
Robin, thank you. I know Eric, you too, but we know Robin did it, so.
I know. Well, my dad and Connie, I don't really think they're going to be podcast listeners, and that's okay. We may not be their thing, but they were still very excited about the sweatshirt, so that made me happy.
Very cute. Yeah, my parents. Yeah, so so let me just tell this story real quick. So when when I fell down the stairs, and hurt my ankle, I like, had to crawl back into my apartment, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, who am I going to call? Like I was in so much pain. I was like screaming. And honestly, I don't know if any cuss words came out, but probably did. They probably, I mean, like, and so I called my mom, and I was telling my mom and dad were on the phone with me, and this is later. I was telling them how it happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm like pretty sure every cuss word came out of my mouth because it hurt so bad. And, honestly, I was kind of like overreacting. I honestly don't know what words came out of my mouth. I know I was screaming, and I had to crawl myself into my condo and like figure out who to call to come help me. If I needed to press the button on my alarm system I was like, do I need to press this for the ambulance to come? And I was like, no, I'm not paying a copay for the ambulance. Let me call the neighbors. But yeah, so my mom was like, I'm just so disappointed in you. Like, basically, she's like disappointed in me because she thinks that I'm her like sweetie and I'm not allowed to cuss. And she like, I don't cuss and I am like a pure little girl or something. I don't know. And I was like, I keep thinking about it, and I'm like, Mom, seriously? I'm like, oh my gosh. And then but I kind of want to be like, so it's okay for you to say cuss words, but it's not okay. She came on the whole
podcast and said, "Don't fuck for what?"
Why is it okay for you and not? And
Karen,
she would probably come back with and be like, "Well, I don't want you to be like your mother, and I want you to be sweet, like not like your mother."
You are sweet, though.
I know.
And saying a cuss word doesn't make you not sweet.
I know. That's what I say. Like,
I think there's a time and a place for cuss words, and I think that you very much know when those are.
Yeah, I do. I try to make sure that
when you fall and break your ankle, you get to say fuck.
That's what I said. I was like, and honestly, I don't even know what came out of my mouth, but I feel like every cuss word in the book probably came out.
Fair enough.
It was very painful. So anyway, all right. I don't know where we were, how we got on that, but let's move on. Oh yeah. So let's just just want to remind you guys that that Sarah does not know how to wrap a present, and she still has not.
I haven't even practiced.
You haven't even practiced?
No.
Did you wrap any presents for Christmas?
God, no.
Did Brandon wrap any of your presents for you for Christmas?
The one for my dad and Connie, yes.
Oh God. Listen, I honestly, on the way over here, I told her I was going to talk about this, and I said, "Can we stop at the dollar store and get some like wrapping paper?" I don't know if there's a dollar store around the rest of the world, but in Alabama we have Dollar Trees and Dollar Stoves, Dollar General. But honestly, it's not even a dollar store anymore. It's like $1.99 store.
Yeah.
Of inflation. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the inflation. And because I was going to make her wrap a present on here, but I'm not going to do it today because I'm going to
practice first, and then I will show you how good I am at it.
All right, and I'm going to listen to Widespread Panic for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, it snowed in Decatur on Monday.
Yeah, Melanie, you both sent pictures.
I know, it was so cute.
Yeah, I love that for you.
I know. I was gonna leave on Monday, and then I was gonna go to Huntsville first to see my niece, and then my brother called me and he's like, "Hey, is it snowing there?" And I was like, "What?" And I looked out the window, and there were some flurries, and then it just like started coming down and it doesn't look. So I know all you Northerners. And even Sarah, she's seen the snow, but like we get snow like once every 10 years, and we get like a half an inch.
Sometimes it's like once a year, but it just depends on how it happens. Like when it snowed in Decatur, it had been cold enough to where there was the potential, if there was enough of it, to cause it to freeze on the ground and become icy, and it would have not been good.
Right.
But the reason why people don't understand, that we don't deal with that is because taxpayer money is what pays for the salt trucks, the sand trucks, the plows, and all that. And we're not going to put that time and money into that. Exactly. Yeah. It's not going to happen. So yes, the South shuts down when it snows or if it ices, and that's just the way it is, and it will forever be.
Right. And it didn't really, it wasn't that bad this time because it was like, 6 degrees because we had that whole little storm thing going on. And we just kind of like let it go. And then the next day it ended up getting up above freezing. And at that point I was just like, I'm just going to go. So before it freezes back so that I can.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely cold. Like my dad had to take like inches thick like layers of ice off the water troughs for the horses. The dog
Yeah.
water bowls were freezing outside, having to dump the whole thing out.
Oh
And
yeah, I left a
it was
Diet Coke in my
crazy.
car, and it was frozen when I got
You're
back in
lucky it
there.
didn't explode.
I know. Well, it wasn't in a can, and it was like in a cup from like McDonald's or
Oh,
somewhere,
that's good.
like a
Yeah.
fast food, like Sonic maybe. I don't know.
Look, you had your homemade Coca-Cola icy.
Right. So yeah, so we had some snow. It was nice. Anyway, and my niece, she made a snowman, and it's so funny because they use like raspberries for the lips, and the raspberries like smushed everywhere, and so it ended up looking, it looked like the Joker from Batman, like why so serious, you know, like freaky. I was like, and the Elizabeth was like, poor Lola, she's too innocent to know that her snowman looks like the Joker. I'm like, oh yeah.
Straight murder snowman.
The freaky snowman.
That's funny.
All right, so you want to talk about resolutions?
Yeah, we can.
New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
It's about to be 2023.
I know.
Can you
It's
imagine?
wild.
I still feel like it's February of 20. Well, honestly, I still feel like it's February of 2020.
I know. It's crazy.
I still haven't gotten past COVID. Like I still
It's
feel
like the Twilight Zone still a little.
it's the weirdest.
I know. Nothing will ever be the same.
Can you imagine like being so? It's so funny because I feel like we're like in the 1900s where they had like the like smallpox or something, or like where people were like, "Ooh, a pandemic," but like we think about that and we're like, "Oh, that was a long time ago. Like whatever, it wasn't a big deal." But the people back then
this
were like
is going to be
freaked
in
out.
history books.
Yeah, it's history, like big time history, and like little kids that are being born now. And like later, they're gonna be like, "What was that? Why, you know?"
I mean,
No big deal.
and the kids that went to kindergarten for the first time during COVID, like crazy.
Yeah, but apparently test scores and stuff like that from kids, like they're like really bad because
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it though. When you were a kid, if you had to remote learn, how much are you really going to focus on that?
I mean,
I
I may have if I was a little kid, but like
I don't know that I would have, and mostly because I loved the social aspect of school. Was something that really kept me engaged. But I also, took some online classes throughout college, and I did much worse in my online classes than I did in the classroom.
well, because it's easy to like not do it.
Yeah, for
it's just
sure.
like- so okay, so do you do resolutions normally?
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. Tell me why.
Because I don't like to fail at things.
And you're gonna.
And I don't have self-control.
So you're the type of person that doesn't do things if they think they're gonna fail.
100%.
That's not good, Sarah.
I mean, not always. Like, I took my new job that I have, and I knew nothing about fintech, but I am excelling. So, I mean, I'll take risks sometimes, but not when it comes to... I mean, my resolution is to make more conscious decisions about food and alcohol.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that. When's the last time you had a resolution that you did one? Like, I don't think I did one last year.
I mean, years ago, probably.
How long did you stick with it?
I stuck with it long enough for my dog Greta at the time to start faking injuries so she didn't have to go on walks anymore.
Was it to go on walks
Yeah.
every day?
I would walk every day after I got home from work. And
Faking
she was
injuries.
faking injuries. Like at first she would do it
That's
like
funny.
towards the end or whatever. And then she started doing it in the very beginning. And I got to the point where she would like fake an injury. We would go home and then she would eat dinner. And then I figured out she just wanted to go home so she could eat dinner. So then I was like, fine, if you're going to fake an injury, you're not eating right now. You can eat in a little while, because I didn't want her to associate faking an injury with being able to eat
you
dinner.
can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Little hooker.
At least she figured that out. Yeah.
Well, because she would, like, lift up a paw and be like, ow, I'm hurt. And then I would, like, do all this
How do
examining.
you know
and
that it was fake?
because I would examine it and make sure that she was fine. And she was fine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. She was a trickster.
Did she like ever limp or anything like the next day?
No.
Like was she? Oh, she like
Not even
it
hours
was
later.
only like she was like, oh, it hurts, and then boom.
Yes.
Greta.
Yes. I know.
I didn't know she was like that type of dog.
She was so smart. So smart.
Yeah.
She knew every word that came out of my mouth.
Greta.
And then
buddy.
Jolene is a terrorist.
Yeah, but she likes to go on walks, so you could
She
do that
does.
again.
I guess I could.
So how long do you think that lasted?
I mean, it was months for sure.
That's good.
Yeah. I started leaving Greta at home. I was like, I'm still going on this walk. There's no reason why I can't walk even if my dog doesn't want to.
Yeah. I don't know, resolutions. I got to the point where I would like just like not do it because I was like, nobody ever sticks to them. And then honestly, it shouldn't be a New Year's resolution. It should just be like,
A lifestyle change.
right. And it
Yeah.
shouldn't have to be like, oh, let me just do it for this year or whatever. Like, I don't know. But I think about it and I'm like, sometimes people need that, like, oh, that time. Hey, it's a new year. Let me try to change something or like make something better or do whatever you want to do
Yeah.
for yourself or for others or whatever. And sometimes you need that like boost of, hey, this is time to do, it's time to do it now because like,
I think that's fair. I mean, I'm never going to be a gym rat come January 1 because it's just a shit show in there during that time. But
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
I've been needing to get back in the gym for a while now.
Well, you know what? We can just get on this little guy right here, this little Nordic track,
Yeah.
like thingy. Turn the screen around, and we can do some exercises on there before we record, or we can do it while we're recording. You want to?
I would be so out of breath, nobody would
We'd be like,
understand what I'm saying. We could, though. We could ride for 20 minutes apiece each before we
yeah,
record.
yeah.
We
Want to do
might
it?
have to
Let's
do that.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you guys know how that goes and how long it lasts because I'm going to go with not long.
Okay. I mean, but like, are we doing that once a week? Because it's only once a week. Yeah.
Well, we might have to meet here twice a week.
Oh, we
then.
do already. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do a resolution. I thought about earlier today, like maybe doing something with work, like being nice to people even when they're assholes. Excuse my language, mom. Like the people that are, there are just so many people that they're just not. They just don't know what they're doing when they're doing it. Maybe or they know what they're doing. I don't know. There's just certain people that just tick me off, and sometimes I'm not. I feel like maybe I am nice to them. I might be nice to them, but in my head, I have bad feelings towards them. And so I kind of want to like change my thought process about it.
I think that that is a good idea. And I don't know if I'm going to like get this quote right or not, but I mean, it's from Brandon, but he just tells me that like when he gets up during the day or whatever, that he just says it's going to be a good day today.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then he has a good day.
Yeah, I used to play that song. It's gonna be a good day. And ain't nobody gonna cry today.
Yeah.
I don't know
You
the
might have
words.
to
And
start your morning with
yeah,
that.
I love that song. I used to play that like every morning, especially like I would sit down and be like, okay, there's this email right here is really taking me off. So I'd like tell, Alexa to, you have to spell her name so she doesn't talk back to you, to play that song. And then it would be a good day.
Well, I think you might have to start that again.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe something for work, like, I don't know, maybe like trying to have a more positive attitude.
I think one thing that like I've always struggled with is my tone in like
Yeah.
my emails and things like that for work and or just like so pump the brakes, maybe take 10 seconds before you reply to something, talk to yourself about whatever you're feeling and find out if like it's a legit feeling or if you're just like having a moment and
Right.
you're being pissy for a moment and it's really not that deep and can you change the way you feel about it.
Right. Yeah. It's a good idea. I mean, I try to do that. So a lot of times I'll like set
Put
like
yourself a sticky note on one of your monitors that says 10-second rule.
10-second rule.
Yeah.
Is that like don't send the email after 10 seconds? I know
Yeah, don't send an email immediately.
when I was in the office and I had to share an office with this guy, he doesn't work with us anymore, but I remember I would like somebody would send me an email and I would get so mad and I'd be like typing and I type loud anyways and I type like real loud, like my typing's just like and but when I would like get mad or like be real serious, he would turn around and be like, "Ooh," he was like, you need to reread that email before you send it." And I'd be like, can you come read this real quick? Like, yeah. Cause I'd be like, I can't believe this person. Yeah, it was
10
crazy.
second rule.
Yep. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I don't really have any more, resolutions or
I
whatever.
have a resolution for you.
Okay. What?
Start dating again.
But who am I going to date? That's a problem, Who? You got any friends?
Get on the apps.
It's so difficult. It's so hard. I didn't want to.
I feel like I'm gonna renegotiate our agreement as far as wrapping presents go. I'll learn how to wrap a present if you get back on the
No.
Tinders.
No. No, we've already agreed to the widespread panic. No, that is not a thing. Yeah. If you guys, look, maybe we should do podcast dating. Like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm pimping myself out.
Yeah, I love that.
But I need you to have a steady job.
Keep going.
I mean, it would be great if you don't have children. What else? I mean, I don't know. Let me think.
Don't ask me. This is you, boo.
Like, are cool, fun, not weird, like easy going, get along with my friends, like to go kayaking, like to do things that I like to do. Have your own friends too. You need to have your own. I mean, you don't have to, but like
go to Dave Matthews.
Oh, I do like Dave Matthews. Yeah, you can't not like him. And if you don't like him, you just
don't
have
tell
to
you.
I mean, you can tell me, but you still have to go with me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And don't judge me about it. Let's see. I don't know. What else do you think? Somebody that
those are all good.
Yeah.
Your list can't be too long.
Well, no, it's not that big of a list. And honestly, just don't get on my nerves.
I mean, I think that's fair.
And you have to like thick girls because this mama be thick. Oh,
no,
Lord.
I think that's a good start. So, if anyone would like to go on a date with Emily, you can send us an email at thickafpodcast@gmail.com.
Also, you probably need to live in the Birmingham, Alabama area.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're like a bajillionaire, that would be great. You can fly down here in a private jet.
Yeah, what do we call that? A life sponsor? Yeah.
Yeah, no, a sponsor, yeah. But I'd date you too if you wanted to come down here. Just no serial killers. Serial killers need not apply. Who else need not apply?
Sexual predators.
Well, But yes. What else? Let's say
things like that are why Melanie says you have terrible taste in men.
She said I have terrible taste in men. Who does she know that I've ever? Oh, it's because of the people that I've talked about on here.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, she doesn't know anybody I've did. But yeah, no, apparently I do.
She said that straight to your face when we were here.
This is why I've stopped dating, because apparently I keep picking the wrong ones. Jeez. Or the wrong ones are picking me. I'm not really sure. But yeah. Hello, here I am. thickafpodcast@gmail.com. But also, you have to pay for the date. First date, at least, for sure.
Absolutely.
And it has to be a good place. Actually, honestly, I don't care where it is.
I don't like fancy places for first dates.
I don't either. I think
weird.
it's really weird. I also would
I had
prefer...
a guy want to take me to Fleming's, and most girls would melt over that, and I was like, absolutely not.
No, I don't like that. And it's real awkward, and I feel like everybody knows you're on a first date.
Ugh.
And the food's good, whatever, but I want to wear leggings.
No! You are gonna put a black dress on.
Oh, fine. But yeah, I like to be comfortable when I go.
Even if
do
it's
things.
a black dress
and
your white
tennis
sneaks.
shoes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well,
we'll see if we
now
get any
that the
hits.
criteria is out there, apply away.
I don't know. There's probably more criteria than that.
But... Sure, but we're gonna start there.
Yeah, start there.
All right.
Just have a job. For sure. Like a good one.
Again, thickaf@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at thickafpodcast.
Yeah, give us some 5 stars if you like us.
Yeah.
And
whoever gave us a 2-star review, suck it. You brought us down to a 4.8. That's bullshit.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But yeah, thanks for being here, guys.
And we will see you next week.
Toodaloo. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have to go.
I don't know why it's so good.
Oh my God.